Welcome to the Sit Down Show. It's Deuce Thomas, first episode, my new channel, The Sit Down. Hopefully y'all like it, man. We finna tap in today, man. We got a special guest. Got my boy Bolaji right here, man. Thank you for coming out.
Man, thank you so much, my bro. Of course.
It was only right for you to come out, man. You know, we always chop it up. I said, you know what? This is the perfect person to have on the first episode, man.
Yo, the pressure.
So yeah, man. So how you doing, man? You doing good? Though everything good?
But hey, everything is as good as it can get. Like I feel like life throws everything at us. Especially like today. Like there's so much going on in the world, but hey, we just gotta keep pushing. So.
Yeah, man. So like you're a lawyer, man. This dude Bolaji right here, he do everything. His occupation is everything because he really be on top of everything, man. So take me through a day of Bolaji the lawyer, man, getting deals done, the phone calls, the conference calls, all that, man.
Man, it's really crazy like that you say that, like take you through a day because the craziest thing is that no 2 days are the same. I feel like the only thing that's the same on every other day is waking up and the moment I check my phone, it's like a list of
Emails.
problems. I don't even want to call them emails. I want to call them problems because as an attorney, like our job is to problem solve, so that's pretty much what we do. So whether we're negotiating a deal, it's something that's on the table that needs to get done, So as soon as I wake up, I check my phone and boom, there's already like an itemized list of things I need to do. It's this client saying this, another email back from a lawyer, or even like things going on in my own personal life, right? So once that happens, what I do is I get up, I have a home office, so I walk to my home office, I turn on the news or sometimes I turn on like the animal shows and just have some kind of like background going on. And then so you just start attacking the emails and then by that time like the calls start rolling in because like I'm actually licensed in New York. So a lot of the calls, like if I'm waking up at 6 a.m. here, it's already 7 a.m. in New York. And in our world, like once it's 6, 7 o'clock, like business is already going, So I really can't call it as to how many calls I'm gonna take a day. Like I'm taking calls all day long, Even as I'm sitting here right now, like I have calls that I've postponed that I'm supposed to be on, So calls are a big part of my day. Sending emails are a big part of the day, as well as just sometimes I try to like squeeze in the gym. Like I felt myself like falling away from like the health side, and it's like a lot of people don't really understand how it really takes a toll on you mentally. Like being an attorney, it's a lot of work, and that goes for any kind of lawyer. It's literally a lot of work. People's lives are literally in your hands, and if you're somebody that actually cares about these people, you feel the toll, because you know that hey, even if you can look at it like criminally, okay, I have a criminal client, he's fighting for his life in court, but then I could also have a artist that he's fighting for his life outside of his current environment, and it's my job to create this opportunity now for him to where he's gonna go to a label, they're gonna give him X amount of money, and now he's taken himself out of that situation, and he's helped his family get out of that situation.
Yeah.
So it's like his life, he's also putting his life in your hands as well, or people that find themselves like in bad deals, and they come to you like, hey, Bolaji, like, man, this deal's fucked up. I know I shouldn't have signed it, but I did. What can I do? And so it's like that's also their lives in your hands, So the day usually goes like that. I'll say my hours are 24 hours, Like people call me all day. They're in the studio. They got issues. Like they give me a call.
Even on the weekends.
Even on the weekends, I work 24/7.
7 days a week.
As you see, I got my my briefcase with me. Like I never know how serious anything can get, or how immediate something needs to happen. So I gotta be ready, Like as long as I have my phones and I have my iPad and my MacBook, like I'm good to go anywhere. So we're jumping on calls, we're doing Zooms, like we're shooting out emails or shooting out agreements, and so that's pretty much a day. If that made any sense, I know it might have not made sense, but it's control chaos, you know.
So when you do get that free time, what do you do on your free time? What do you look forward to do? What do you have to do on your free time before the mayhem comes?
Man, honestly, what do I have to do in my free time? It's a question that I actually have to think about.
That 2-3 hour spend
You
is
know?
like, you know what, man, I don't got nobody asking me no more. I put the phone down. You know what I'm saying? I can go get something to eat. I can get some coffee now. I can call moms now. I can go
Man.
shopping now.
Honestly, 2-3 hours, that's a myth. Like, I wouldn't say 2-3 hours. You know, I would say honestly, it's like I don't even want to just sound like Mr. Working all day, but I don't. I'm going to do something in my free time.
Yeah.
Like even when I go golfing, like I'm on the golf course, I'm still taking calls. You know, like even if no matter what I'm doing, I'm always still going to be working. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't think I have the luxury. Like I run my own law firm. You know,
Yeah.
and so it's like I delegate as much work as possible to my interns. You know, but there's only so much that they can do because at the end of the day, they're either still law students or they're college students, you know. So they don't even understand. I'm the one teaching them, you know, this practice of this style of practice of law, you know. So even when I'm not doing that, I have artists that I manage, you
Yeah.
know. So when sometimes I have to like create time for the artists that I manage, you know, because I don't want them to ever feel like I don't have enough time for them. So sometimes they want to shoot content, sometimes they want to shoot videos, you know, or they like, hey, we got to travel to New York to do this, and like, yo, Bolaji, are you really gonna come? You know, so it's always different like engagements that are taking place, you know. And then I also have like other businesses that I try to, you know, like put money into that I want to make sure that that's doing good. So honestly, in my free time, I try to do as much as possible, like finding a way to enjoy myself, but still like sneak in a little work there, you know? So maybe I'll sit down and go, like I've been golfing a lot lately. I'm trying to get good, you know, like, because I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
golfing is something that people say they're good at, which is something I discovered. Not everybody is good at golf. They be capping.
But also too, man, people don't know this, but the golf course, it be a lot of wealthy people, a lot of
Right, it
connections.
is.
It's a lot of business deals going on. People got to realize that too. The golf course actually a place where a lot of money gets made at, man.
Yeah, nah, it is, and that's facts. That's facts. Like even right now, I had a guy that does like works at an insurance company. He just called me today. He's like, "Yo, Bolaji, like, free to golf tomorrow?" And I already know it's that once I engage in that golf activity tomorrow, I know he's gonna have people on the course. You know,
Yeah.
whether they're athletes or
Yeah.
whether they're business owners or something. You know, it's gonna be something that it's gonna be meaningful. You know,
You know what
if
I'm
I should
saying?
say that, yeah, it's gonna be meaningful.
Sounds like you need an assistant, man. You don't got no assistant?
Man, I've tried to have assistance, but honestly, I haven't. The kind of person that I am, like, I feel like my life is so chaotic, which is why it's so hard for me to tell you, like, what I could actually do with my free time. You know, it's not to say that I never have free time at all, but there's never any one thing. Like, I have no one desire that it's like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do in my free time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to bring an assistant on board because I always need an assistant that's a self-starter, you
Okay.
know, and I need somebody that's they're going to put their foot forward first, you know. They're not going to wait for me to be like, hey, I need this done or I need this here. Like, I need somebody that's really like studying what I'm doing.
You don't
And-
really got sub, but they just do it like that.
yeah, exactly. You know, and it's been that way as well. Like through my first trials of interns that I've had, you know. So it's hard, and then it's also like something with myself that I also have to grow with.
Yeah.
I have to learn how to delegate.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I have to. I'm so used to just just boom, I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like I'm like, yo, I look on my computer screen, I see how many folders I have open.
like,
I'm like,
man.
man, I need help, you know. I was literally sitting down today again. I was like, man, I really need help.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Like, I have a lot going on, you know. So, I mean, I can't complain to God about what I pray for, you know. So I can only be thankful that I am busy. Like, you know, I'd rather be busy than not, you know, than sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But, you know, I do need an assistant for sure. So everybody out there,
Y'all hear that?
hey,
You need an assistant?
I need an assistant.
Is it
Tap
paid
in.
or just like not paid?
I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna if you're an intern though, look, that we could discuss, because at that point, you're getting a lot of experience, And I always tell my interns that I'm like, man, I'm an attorney. I'm licensed in New York, but I live in Texas, so it's like a lot of like Texas law students and just people in Texas,
Yeah.
period, have access to me, and it's something that in the field of law that I practice, there are not a lot of high-level entertainment attorneys in the state of Texas. Most of the high-level entertainment attorneys are either in Atlanta, they're in New York, or they're in California. But in Texas, it's like it's almost like we're like a unicorn out here. So I always tell my interns and anybody that's worked with me that, hey, like, I'm actually gonna give you like real experience. It's like we do deals with everyone, like with all the major labels. Like we have a lot of biggest artists in Texas. Are all in our family. So that's just that. I feel like that experience is invaluable.